Welcome, everybody, to Crystal, Kyle, and Friends. Today, we are going to be talking to Afton Bane.
Let's go.
Who was basically like the person of the week last week, I would say, because she was running against the Republican Van Epps in Tennessee, and it's a Trump plus 22 district, and she almost pulled the miracle off. I mean, it was a double-digit pickup, but she came up just short. So I feel like we're getting an exclusive post-race interview here.
Yeah, I am very impressed with her. We got to interview her on Breaking Points a couple weeks back, and very charismatic, very solid in her ideology, focused on all the right things, fantastic candidate, did a great job in this race, made it closer than it ever deserved to be, got the Republicans sweating. So I'm really curious to get her reflections on the race, what she thinks that it means, and also I want to know what's next for her because she's such a talented individual and such an important voice. And, you know, it's difficult being in Tennessee. She's already state rep there, but I want to know kind of what she's thinking in terms of the future.
Yeah, so guys, sign up below on Substack. You definitely want to see the whole interview with Afton Bane. Me and Crystal are going to do a bunch of stories now, but the main event, let's say, will be on Substack, so definitely sign up there. All right, so bunch of stuff we have to get to. Trump cannot stop pardoning the most corrupt people on the planet. Like, there's not even any plausible deniability. There's not even any, like, well, there's this other explanation as to why he's doing it. It's literally just like, find me the worst criminals you possibly can, white-collar criminals, and I'm going to pardon them. And so I have a theory as to why that's happening, but I'll let you take it over because you got some specifics.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically just making white-collar crime legal. As long as you are, like, on his good side or able to get access to him or whatever. So the latest one is a little bit surprising because it's Democratic Representative Henry Cuellar, who is the most conservative Democrat in the House and has to be also one of the most corrupt. So he was indicted by a federal grand jury along with his wife, Imelda Cuellar. Both of them have been pardoned, by the way, on multiple charges. They include bribery, money laundering, conspiracy, acting as a foreign agent. The allegations are that they accepted nearly $600,000 from a state-owned energy company in Azerbaijan and from a Mexican bank, and then proceeded, and they did it through this arrangement of like sham consulting contracts on which Imelda Cuellar was listed and did no real work, so they're just getting paid, and then he's doing favors for these state-owned energy company in Azerbaijan and Mexican bank. So pretty brazen, incredibly corrupt. He was facing these charges. Trump has now decided to pardon him. This is the 12th member of Congress that he has pardoned. The second Democrat in terms of members of Congress. The other one was Rod Blagojevich.
Rod Blagojevich, but did he also pardon Bob Menendez? Am I making that up? I don't remember if he pardoned Bob Menendez or not.
I don't think he's done that one yet. Did he?
Did Trump pardon Bob Menendez?
It's hard to keep track of all these.
I know.
And with the Eric Adams one, he just dropped the prosecution.
He didn't pardon Menendez, at least not yet.
Yeah. Well, so apparently Mike Johnson was caught by surprise. Cuellar is still serving in the House. This is a swing district. It's in South Texas in an area that has been sort of like trending more to the right. And
he wasn't convicted yet. He was just indicted.
He was indicted.
But he was indicted on money laundering and bribery, correct?
Correct. Exactly. And a variety. There were like 17 different. It was a lot of different charges there. But yeah, that's the broad strokes of it. So anyway, Hakeem Jeffries is happy about this as well. So we got a little bit of bipartisan celebration of corrupt public official, and obviously fits with the pattern of Trump just like pardoning some of the worst fraudsters you could possibly imagine. In this case, someone who allegedly just wildly abused the public trust.
So Cuellar is one thing, which, by the way, pardoning Democrats now, there's something sketchy going on there because, like, remember, they used to say, he's doing political persecution of Republicans. He's targeting Republicans. Well, it turns out he went after Cuellar. Right? It also turns out he went after Menendez. It also turns out his own fucking Justice Department was like looking into Hunter Biden.
And Eric Adams. That happened under the Biden administration as well. And then
that's another one Trump made a deal with.
Yeah,
Trump made a deal with him to say, you do my bidding and I'll let you off the hook for this obvious corruption vis-a-vis the Turkish government. But you mentioned this one to me the other day. Paul Walzak, this guy ran a bunch of nursing homes, was convicted of withholding $10 million in employee taxes. So in other words, he's supposed to take that money and pay the taxes with it. He took it and bought a fucking yacht.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And he pardoned this guy.
Yeah, and it turns out, lo and behold, his mom was a big Trump donor and had just gone to this $1 million Trump dinner, and then days later, this guy gets pardoned. So,
that's exactly right. So she goes to Mar-a-Lago, gives $1 million to Trump at a fundraiser. A week or two later, he pardons the son.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. Also, remember the Todd and Julie Chrisley, reality TV stars, convicted of $36 million in tax evasion and bank fraud. pardoned after their daughter's speech at the 2024 Republican National Convention.
The other one that got attention this week was this guy, I think his name is David Gentile, who had been convicted. Funny enough, he was actually prosecuted by Emile Beauvais, who's like Trump's like goon here in D.C. Anyway, so he had been convicted of running a Ponzi scheme, defrauding over 1,000 victims here. And this wasn't like, you know, billionaires. There were a bunch of like nurses and teachers and firefighters who had their entire life savings stolen by this guy. Over 100 victim testimonies were submitted to the court, etc. He gets convicted. He's facing years in prison alongside a co-conspirator. Trump commutes that guy's sentence. And now not only is his sentence commuted, but he doesn't have to pay any of the restitution. So those victims who were not going to be made whole, but at least we're going to get something, are now going to get nothing thanks to this commutation by Trump, which is utterly disgusting. And this one, it wasn't clear on its face. There wasn't such a direct like, oh, he just gave Trump $1 million or his best friend just gave Trump $1 million. But someone actually dug into this and found that her name is Jacqueline Sweet, the journalist who dug into this. He was associated with this Russian tycoon, allegedly linked to like Russian mobsters, who now lives in Israel, by the way, and is like closely associated with the Israeli government as well, and is 2 degrees removed from his business partners, like besties with Rudy Giuliani. So not confirmed that that's what is the in, but it looks like it. And then the other big one, of course, was Juan Orlando Hernandez, who is the former president of Honduras and a gigantic, like, convicted of drug trafficking.
Trafficked $20 billion worth of cocaine.
Right.
400 to 500 tons of cocaine.
Exactly. Like, is actually the thing that he's accusing Maduro of being.
Pardons him.
And pardons him. And that one, there's all kinds of connections to Trump. So Roger Stone was apparently very influential in bringing this to him. You also have that dude, when he was president of Honduras, he greenlit these freaking like weird libertarian crypto cities that Peter Thiel and Andreessen, I think, and some of the other tech libertarian oligarchs were deeply invested in. Those are under threat now from the new Honduran government. So lots of like direct personal and business ties to him.
So to your point, this is the thing Trump keeps doing too, is he'll pardon these fraudsters. And then not only does he pardon them, he also wipes out that they have to pay restitution. Mm-hmm. So they have to, in other words, they commit fraud, they ruin some people's lives, they're ordered by the court to pay back those people the money they stole from them. And then Trump comes in and says, no, I'm wiping away that responsibility. Those people will permanently remain fucked. So you don't have to do anything. Insane. Then you go into some more specifics, like George Santos, for example. He pardoned George Santos. Mm-hmm. This guy, first of all, same thing with him. He doesn't have to pay restitution for all of his crimes. But you look at the list of crimes. Wire fraud, 9 counts of wire fraud, aggravated identity theft, 2 counts for that, money laundering, theft of public funds, false statements to Congress, conspiracy against the United States, credit card fraud. Like, he's committed so many crimes, and they're totally cool with it. You go to the other list, the politician list in particular. Chris Collins, Republican of New York, insider trading, pardoned. Duncan Hunter, Republican of California, campaign corruption, pardoned. Steve Stockman, Republican of Texas, campaign corruption, pardoned. Rick Renzi, corruption, pardoned. Robin Hayes, corruption, pardoned. Or that's lying to the FBI, actually, for Robin Hayes. So you got all these obstruction, lying, fraud, campaign corruption, so on and so forth. All of these people are being pardoned. And the main reason why, and everybody needs to understand this because this is the core of the story, is it's pay to play. It absolutely, positively, 100% without a doubt is pay to play. There was a ProPublica investigation in November 2025 into this. There was some Washington Post reporting around the same time into this as well. ABC News did something on it. So that's what it is. You go to Mar-a-Lago, you pay him. Everybody knows he's bypassing the proper procedure to even give a pardon. There's a whole office that's supposed to be involved that you run it through. He's gone right around them, and he does whatever the fuck he wants. So this is, I mean, on this alone, it drives me crazy. I pull my hair out every day because, like, every day there's like 7 things he does that are impeachment worthy or 25th Amendment worthy. Mm-hmm. This has got to be on the fucking top of the list here, bro.
We got to get rid of this pardonability. I mean, this is the ability of a king. It's really disgusting.
Like, look, I liked it when you have something that shouldn't have been a crime in the first place, like minor drug crimes, and people's lives get ruined and they get locked up. Then Obama comes along and pardons a bunch of them. Then Biden comes along and pardons a bunch of them. Like, I like the pardonability for that. But the real solution there is to let's take the things off the books that shouldn't be crimes, right?
Yeah.
So, like, let's actually fix our penal code.
Yes.
And then we don't need something like a pardon power because now, as you said, white-collar crime is now legal. It is now legal. If you wear a suit and a tie and you're well connected, you could do whatever the fuck you want and get away with it. And I know the billionaires love that, and I know Wall Street loves that, but if anything, it confirms what we've been saying all along. The real problem in this country is not the immigrants. It's not the trans people. It is the billionaires. It is the corrupt corporate criminals who are ruining everything. They're the ones who bought the government. They're the ones who rigged the laws. They're the ones who make your life a living hell. They're the ones who make it so you can't fucking easily cancel out of a subscription service that you bought into, right? They're the ones that make it so, you know, they keep jacking up your rent. They're the ones who make it so your electricity price keeps going up with what's happening with these data centers, with the AI tech oligarchs. So they're the real criminals. People need to wake the fuck up to that. I think they are, but like, it's amazing how much stuff they actually just get away with. Yeah. Right? Like, just getting away with all of these pardons? Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, and actually, I don't know if we can put it up, but we pulled, CNN did, this was B8 from Breaking Points, but CNN did an analysis of all the president's use of the pardon power. And look,
oh my God,
Trump is not the first president to abuse the pardon power. Okay, Bill Clinton pardoned like his brother, whatever. Like, it's been used in disgusting ways before. But you look at George W. Bush, 189, Obama, 212, Trump in his first term, 144, Biden, 80. This time, Trump, 1,500 plus.
And a lot of them January 6th, right?
A good number of them January 6th.
About 1,200.
And they want you to believe that this man is the law and order president. He has released more criminals than all of the rest of these presidents, including his own first term, combined. And a bunch of them have gone on to commit more crimes. I mean, one of the guys that he let out in his first term, who was another financial fraudster, immediately basically goes out and starts defrauding people again and is now facing prison again, but was able to victimize more people and steal more people's money. A bunch of the January 6th, I know you've been covering, have been like, you know, caught up again in like domestic violence,
right? Killing
child
people,
pornography. I mean, all sorts of horrific things. And so, yeah, he's like actively letting criminals out, and especially white collar fraudsters, and just letting them go out and commit more crimes. It's crazy.
That's exactly right. Hey guys, we were fortunate enough to get Afton Bane on the podcast, and of course she is the Woman of the Week. She ran in Trump plus 22 district in Tennessee and wound up cutting it by double digits. It ended up being Republican plus 9. So she lost her race, but she ran an amazing race, picked up double digits, ran a phenomenal campaign. So we were able to ask her all of the amazing questions about what it was like and where do we go from here and how does she reflect on her race. So definitely don't miss this one. Sign up below on Substack and watch the full thing.